Hey everybody, well, as you can see, I'm back to my original room of filming. I've been having an awful lot of trouble with my new camera, and I'm not really sure if it's just that I'm not using it the right way, although I'm pretty good at tech stuff, so I'm not sure that that's what it is. But anyways, for the time being, I'm going to be back in this room. Today's video is about paintbrushes versus makeup brushes. And the reason that I decided to look into that was that I was in my kitchen the other day and I picked up a paintbrush that I use for watercolor when I'm painting. And it's a 1-inch flat brush for anybody out there that paints, and it looks actually like this. And I was standing there and I was sort of like doing this on my face, I guess because I've been working on so many makeup videos that my mind just naturally went to that kind of motion when there was a brush in my hand, as opposed to going to what it normally would do is go to a piece of canvas. And as I was doing that, I thought, my gosh, this is really soft. I wonder how this would work if I used it for my foundation. And so, of course, that's what I've been doing. And I have to tell you, it's my new foundation brush. It is amazing. I love it because it's really nice and thick. It's very smooth, so I get a lot of coverage when I'm doing my foundation and I'm pulling it out. It's soft enough that I can go in around the corners of my nose and do that stippling effect if I want to. I can go under my eyes or in the corner of my eyes. And I just love it. It washes really well. And it's really inexpensive. I'm not really sure how much this one was because I've had it for a really long time, but I did go to the craft store and look at some of the other ones, and probably in $8 to $10 range. Now, paintbrushes are similar to makeup brushes. You can find more expensive ones, but there's really no need to. You can really stay in a mid-price sort of range and get terrific brushes. As a matter of fact, when I went to the store, I picked up 5 brushes, and they cost me $45. So, and I have to say that I've been using them this week, and I really like them a lot. Now, I know that there's a lot of discussion going on, and absolutely not, you shouldn't use paintbrushes, and absolutely yes, you should use paintbrushes. And I did find some great YouTube videos. There's actually one from, I think, 2007 from Corin from Encore Makeup. And he did a really great comparison where he actually went and did side-by-side comparisons between a lot of the MAC brushes, some of them which not even sure that they're available anymore. And it's really an incredible difference. Now, I did go and I looked at some of the larger brushes, some of the powder brushes, and I didn't like those. Those weren't packed dense enough for me, so I didn't like them. But bear in mind, I don't use that much mineral makeup, so it might be good for mineral foundations and powders, so it's something they should definitely try. But I have to say that I have been on the lookout for a new powder brush because this Sigma that I have, this SS150, sheds each and every time that I use it. So I was hoping that one of the paint brushes would be a good dupe, but I haven't found one yet. But I will show you the brushes that I did find that I love. I mean, $45 for 5 brushes. You really can't beat that. Even if you love some of your brushes, I'm not saying to get rid of them, but if you want to have extra brushes, or if you want to give a brush out as a gift for anybody starting out just new to makeup, looking to build a brush line, anybody that, the brushes are really expensive these days. It seems that the makeup companies are just making them more and more expensive, $45, $50 a brush. When you see these brushes, you really start to wonder, did makeup brushes come first and then paint brushes, or paint brushes come first and then makeup brushes? I'm voting for the latter. So this brush is, the company is called Loew-Cornell, and for anybody that's painted or that knows anything at all about brushes, this is a really great company. It's been around for a long time, very dependable manufacturer, and this brush is called the Maxine Mop. It's the 1-inch, and it looks like that. Now you will note that these brushes are white as opposed to black, but they do have black brushes, but it made absolutely no difference to me in the application. Some of the handles are a little bit longer in these brushes, but again, that didn't bother me. I sort of like the movement of having a little bit longer handle, so for me it worked out really well. And this has this really great purplish color, which is really nice. This is a great brush for powder, for if you want to contour. As you can see, it goes right to the contour of my face. If you want to do some highlighting or really pretty much everything, it's a great brush. All of these brushes, again, were $45 for 5 brushes. The next brush is a little bit smaller. It's sort of the same as this one, but one size down. And this is the Lowell Cornell, also the Maxine Mop, and it's 3/4 inch. And this is great if you want to do some highlighting powers just at the top of your cheeks or down the center of your face. Great brush. Now this handle I don't think is too much longer than any of the normal handles from the other company. The phone's ringing, but I don't hear a phone ringing. Do you hear a phone ringing? The next brush that I got, which is also a Loew-Cornell brush, and by the way, I'll put all of the names and numbers down below, and I'll even do a little reference to what Corin did about with the difference between the Macs and these brushes, so you can look them up on your own. This is also Maxine Mop, and it's the 1/2 inch. This is an excellent brush for eyeshadow application. I've been using this all week. It's so nice. For me, the size is perfect because it goes right on my eyelid and I can really pat that color in. Again, I don't think the handle is too much different than any of the other handles. It's got that great purplish color, which I really like also, and just a great overall brush for an eyeshadow brush. The next two brushes that I got is from a different company, which is also an old-time paintbrush company. It's called Robert Simmons, and this is the S57, the 1/4 inch one, and it's an angle brush. This is a fabulous brush. Now again, this handle is a little bit longer than, I have a Sephora angle brush that I use all the time, so this is a little bit longer, but I like this better. I sort of hold it in, for those of you that use chopsticks, I sort of hold it in that position so I can move it around really easy, and I get to go really close to my lash and pull it forward. I really like the length of this, and it's also a little bit higher. The bristles are a little bit higher than the brush that I have, and I also really like that. This is a fabulous brush, and I think it was maybe $6. Can't go wrong. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to buy more of these shadow brushes and more of the angled brushes, and I'm going to keep them around to give out to gifts for friends of mine, and people that I know that are into makeup or interested in getting started with makeup. I just think that anybody that had these would thoroughly enjoy them. And the last brush that I got is also a Robert Simmons brush. It's a fan brush. It's called the 2. And they had different sizes in this. I bought this one because I really wanted, to get the shadow from under your eyes, and if you wanted to put any highlighter brush on. And it's also great. Again, the length is a little bit long, but it's really a great brush. I really like this a lot. So I have to say that it's really worth trying out, that you'll be absolutely amazed at how many brushes that you'll find that are similar to the brushes that you have, and you'll also be really amazed at the cost. Now, I went back the other day to buy a couple to send to somebody, and one of the brushes was 1 penny. I guess they were having some sort of a special. The store that I went to is called Michael's, if that's around in your area. It's a great craft store, and I know they have specials all the time, and they carry these brushes all the time. So I have to say, for me, I think these brushes are really worth it, and I think that I'm really going to think twice before, although there are a couple brushes I have in my mind that I would like to go and try out a couple of new brushes, but I have to tell you truthfully, I think I'm going to be checking out a few more of them, because for that price I think they're great. And even, I'm not saying to go out and get rid of all of the brushes that you have, of course not, if you enjoy them, to use them forever, but if they have to be replaced, I think this is something you should definitely check out before you spend that money. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.